What's going on, caffeinated crew? Just wanted to take a second to tell you about Church of Hardcore happening August 21st in Pointe-à-Cher, Quebec. It's featuring some of the best local bands from the area, such as Scarfold, Northwalk, Soul Thief, and many others. At checkout, use the discount code BEANS for a limited number of tickets, and you will get an exclusive listener discount. So pick yours up now. Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode today, I'm joined by Aiden Versteegh, vocalist of the band Falsifier. So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up! What's going on, caffeinated crew? Today on the podcast, I'm joined by Aiden, vocalist of the band Falsifier. Aiden, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
It's great. It's super sunny out. Had a little walk earlier. I don't know if you're able to get some of that sunshine over there.
Yeah, I did a little bit of running around today.
Nice.
Pretty nice out here, too.
Well, let's start it off right. What coffee are you drinking? Do you have anything on your side that you're partaking in?
I'm not drinking anything crazy fancy. I've just got like some coffee that I got on my Keurig here, but I do have this really cool Bass Pro mug. That's pretty awesome.
Yo, and, represent.
Yeah, it's just got the some After 8 creamer in there as well.
Nice.
You know, nothing fancy, but
the Bass Pro Shops mug speaks to my heart. Being from the southern part of the U.S., Bass Pro is very near and dear to the American family. So
we are us as a band, we're kind of obsessed with Bass Pro Shops. We try and hit as many as possible on tour.
It's just dangerous because you don't have, if you lose track of time, which you can easily do in a Bass Pro,
so easy,
and you miss your load in time, man. That's
I'm embarrassed to say that we've come close to that.
I'm sure that you're not the only band that's guilty of such activities, but yeah, I mean, I know I've spent many an hour like just trying to find my way out of the Bass Pro Shop.
Honestly, those things are crazy. It's insane how big those friggin' places are, man.
It is crazy. I don't know if you've been to like a mall where there was a store before and then they built the Bass Pro Shops into like a store that was existing.
No, I don't think so.
That's what they did in my hometown. And so I grew up going to this store and then they closed it, built the Bass Pro Shops. And so you're walking around and you're like, this is where this used to, like, it's like so disorienting.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Insane. Yeah.
I heard that, I don't remember where it was, but there's the Bass Pro Shops that's like a pyramid. And it's supposed to be in like the top 8 biggest pyramids in the world or some shit.
It's bigger than the Luxor in Las Vegas. It's like,
I think it's pretty close, honestly, which is fucked up.
Man, you have to love that nice hunting outdoorsman culture that they'll build a pyramid, a shrine to their ways.
I gotta respect it, man.
Of course. I'm drinking a very interesting coffee. Sorry for the tangent there, but we had to dip in.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. I'm drinking a coffee from Plot. It's out of the UK. It's Alfonso Villagomez, and it's delicious. It's a 48-hour fermented, like natural Ecuadorian coffee.
Oh, cool.
So, has like some crazy notes in it, some strawberry, some pineapple, and milk chocolate.
Oh,
I taste the pineapple a lot. It's really good. Yeah, very juicy.
Yeah, that sounds like it's very like odd for a coffee. I don't know. I don't know if that's like a common thing in coffees, but like it sounds interesting. I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah, it's not. So I'm a weird person, so I like the weird coffees, the ones that taste like juice and Jolly Ranchers and weird stuff like that. But
cool.
I mean,
It's cool if
didn't
you
even
want to
know there
branch.
was that side of that.
If you want to branch out, there's lots of different experimental processes that people do, like farms are doing in Central America, especially, where they're like fermenting coffees and things like that, and giving it this like kind of wine taste. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
I do like trying, like, don't let the Keurig drip boring crap change your opinion, but like I do like all the like the fancy like fun coffees and stuff like that. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I kind of went down that same rabbit hole with like IPAs and like things like that. So
that's awesome.
I feel like the coffee is like the next step of that.
Yeah, well, if you have like a partner, so my wife, she is a home brewer. So she's like the craft beer, especially IPAs, like double dry hop, double IPA with, X and O hops. Like she can go shout that out. So it's like you kind of have to corner that hipster market. It's like, do you want to spend more time learning about another coffee or like wine or something like that? So I kind of envy you in that respect, where it's like you haven't invested too much, you haven't taken the blue pill. And like been extracted from the Matrix.
I'm sure it's coming.
I think it's close though, because you have like the nice glasses, mustache kind of look. So
I know I'm well on my way, man.
Just go ahead and like join us, become one of us. Do you have like a favorite shop in the London area that you frequent?
Yeah, actually, there's a shop about a maybe 5-minute walk from my apartment. It's right downtown. It's called Black Walnut, and that place is fantastic. Food there is really good. Coffee's awesome. They have a sweet patio. It's like right downtown. Great location. Super fun. I love that spot. I go there far too often.
Do you have like a go-to drink?
I like, honestly, just like a basic oat latte. Honestly, that's kind of my move lately for the last like year or so. That's all I've been into.
Nice. Yeah. Shout out oat milk.
Oat milk is the best, man. Untouchable.
It is.
Oat milk is the goat milk. That was lame.
That's beautiful.
I hate myself, dude.
That's a 10 out of 10. Yeah, the life hack recently has been like cereal with oat milk, because it gives you not too much sweetness, but like just a touch.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's the best, man. It's the best. I turned my entire band all onto oat milk too. Like everybody in my band loves cereal, and I'm super lactose intolerant. So I try and stay away from dairy as much as possible. And we were like on tour, and we decided, let's get like a bunch of milk and some cereal and like get some bowls, and we'll eat that for breakfast. And, like every morning we'll just go into the Walmart and like get milk and cereal, polish off the box and the bottle, and we're perfect, good to go. And I talked everybody into oat milk. They all were super against it at first. I was like, no, just trust me. If it doesn't work out, I'll pay for it. It's like a couple bucks, whatever. And then that's all we buy. Since then, it's just always oat milk.
It's like very refreshing, surprisingly. Yeah. It feels light.
It's great. And like even like the chocolate oat milk, for some reason, it just hits different.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've psychosomatically convinced myself that I'm lactose intolerant so that I have to only drink oat milk. But it might be that, or it might just be that I'm getting old. So I don't know.
Well, we'll go with the first one.
Whatever floats. I get oat milk. We get oat milk. Oat gang.
There you go. Oat gang.
Well, cheers. Cheers to the coffee.
Cheers.
To revisit this look that you've got going on, as a bearded person, I have to ask, do you have a mustache grooming regimen? Do you have tips? You have a wonderful mustache. What is your daily grind?
Honestly, I don't do anything. I figured out I could grow a mustache, and then never stopped. having one. During the pandemic, actually, when everything was locked down, I shaved it off for the first time in like 4 years.
Wow.
And I've never been more upset in my entire life. My wife was so, I'm in the bathroom. I was like, I'm just going to do it, and shaved it off. And I went, no. She came running. She's like, what's wrong? I shaved my mustache off. I'm so upset. It was the worst decision I've ever made. But I just like let it get long and then just kind of trim it up. So it's not, I'm not always eating it. That's it, really. I don't do anything too crazy. It is always in my mouth, so I do always have to push it out of the way. But
you gotta get it to the sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like curtain it, yeah.
Oh yeah, a little bit of that, yeah.
I didn't know if you had to like. Do you cut things up when you're eating? Do you like cut them into pieces to make it easier to eat, or do you just like a sandwich and just go for it?
Yeah, I just go for it. I ended up with so much food in it. It's a nightmare,
like
but
sauce and dripping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, chicken wings. I love chicken wings. It's just all in my mustache. It's awful.
I think it's the price.
Borderline masochistic.
Yes, it's the price to pay for such wonderful facial hair.
True.
Yeah, it's great.
It's our cross to bear.
When I eat with my wife and I'm eating something, she's like, it's all in your mustache. Like all of it is in your mustache.
Well, yeah, you have like a lot down here too. Like you got the full beard, so I bet you got like some stuff saved for later in there sometimes.
Yeah. I tend to. I do a comb after lunch or something, you know.
Smart.
Keep it clean, guys.
That's the PSA.
Yes.
Guys, clean your beards.
Facial hair health is important. Yeah. I had to ask. I know. I love seeing like a good mustache. Mustaches, by the way, are like the thing right now. It looks like in hardcore and metal, but like just in general, walking around, mustaches are in.
See a lot more people with mustaches, and I'm here for it. We actually, so two of our guys always have like full beards, and we did a tour back in 2019, and we decided that all 5 of us are just going to have mustaches, but not say anything about it. Like we're not making it a thing. Like if anybody asks, like, you guys all have mustaches, we just go, what the fuck are you talking about? No, just made it this. I don't know, because we're dumb and have stupid games like that.
No, that's great. It's like, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about? What do you mean we all have mustaches? Yeah, just
you don't have a mustache?
Yeah, come on, grow up.
Yeah, I like passive aggressively. It's not even passive aggressive, just stupidly messing with people. It's fun.
Oh yeah, it's the best. We also on that same tour, actually, so for the first half of it, there was only 4 of us. Our one guitarist couldn't do the first half, and then he met up with us in Chicago, and on like this was the exact same tour. We when we played the Chicago date, we didn't tell anyone else on the tour package that he was actually going to be playing with us. And like, so we were going to be a 5-piece and have the full band for the rest of the tour. So we just like told him everyone's names if he hadn't met them already, and like kind of just blended him in with everyone and just made it seem like he was just always there.
Yes.
It was awesome.
That's incredible.
It was awesome.
See, I gotta figure out how to start doing things like that. I need people that are down. So I'm super jealous that the band is just down.
We're just a bunch of idiots, man.
It sounds like y'all are just very bored.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of that, because like tour is pretty boring for the most part. So you gotta kind of mix some fun in there, and also we're just like, we don't really take ourselves super seriously. We love just being dumb and having fun, and like, I don't know. We're all like in between like 27 and 31, but we all act like we're 16-year-olds let loose in the world. Like,
yep. Yeah.
It's fun. Well, I mean, we're living a dream, being able to like go on tour and play music and stuff like that. We might as well have the most fun with it you can, right?
Right. Yeah. That's beautiful. Beautifully said.
Yeah, you know, like people take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
We're just like having a good time.
who wants to be completely business minded on a tour the entire time?
Exactly. Like, yeah, there's stuff that has to be done, but as long as things are getting done, you might as well have fun doing it.
That's right. Yeah. So let's talk about your first show experience. Growing up in London, you know, I know the scene was pretty big. Talking with some of my friends from London as well. Do you remember going to your first show, seeing some karate happening? What was going on?
Yeah, I do actually. My first show wasn't actually in London. It was when I lived in a small little town outside of London called Tilsonburg. Mm-hmm. And there used to be a lot of shows in like legions and churches and stuff like that. And I never really like got too into it. I remember seeing, or I was interested in it. But my mom wasn't super cool with me going yet.
Right.
It's, you know, I was maybe like 13, I think, maximum like 13. And I don't remember if it was my first one, but I remember in this legion, Alexis on Fire played.
Nice.
Before they were absolutely anyone at all. Pretty sure they like opened or something. And I'll never forget that it was actually them, because I remember after the show, like my brother and I finally convinced our mom to like let us go to this show, and yeah, we watched their set, and my brother going, they were pretty cool. Like that was really cool. You know, that band, like I wonder where they're gonna end up. And I was like, yeah, the band kind of sucked, man. I'm just like not really into that at all. It was like I like the singing, but like the screaming, I just don't understand.
Nice.
And years later, here we are.
Yeah. So, wait, are you a younger brother?
I'm a middle child. I'm a twin.
Okay.
So we're in the middle. So we have an older sister and a younger sister.
Okay, so you and your twin brother went to the show together. So you didn't have like an older brother kind of showing you like he was, you know, getting more into heavy music and.
No. So my older sister actually got me into heavy music. Mm-hmm. She's 12 years older than me.
Oh wow. Okay.
And she always like would give me like Korn CDs and Limp Bizkit and Slipknot and stuff like that, and I got really into that kind of stuff. And then my brother as well, we've always had very, very similar interests. Like we've had like the same friend group our entire lives, basically, always in like the same kinds of music for the most part. So like we both got into all of that stuff at the same time, and then back in like LimeWire days, downloading like all of these like metalcore bands and stuff like that. And then we found out about shows. We're like, whoa, we need to like go to all these local shows and like get involved in this scene. This will be cool. And they just kind of blossomed from there, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. Super organic. Like I think that most like scene kids, because you sound like you were part of that like scene trend kind of early 2000s Warped Tour days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that kind of organic, you know, just finding people at your school that kind of look like you, and you kind of like, you give them the test, you know?
Yep, absolutely. You see a band shirt and go, what other stuff do you think he likes? Do you think we can be friends?
Do you play bass? Because everybody plays guitar.
Yeah. So, do you know any drummers that aren't in bands?
Yeah, good luck with that one. So going from, you know, not liking the screaming initially, now you're, I would say, a powerhouse vocalist listening to Falsifier stuff.
Thank you,
you know, I mean, there's a wide array of vocal styles. You definitely have like a very unique sound that you blend with like different, you know, techniques. How did you kind of get to learn to do what you do now?
I always like, I don't know. Once I found out about metalcore, I was like, yeah, like got kind of more into it. And then like deathcore really was what like took me. And I remember finding out about like Chelsea Grin, and I remember hearing them. I was like, I want to play guitar in a deathcore band so bad. And then I found out about Whitechapel. I was like, nah, fuck that guitar shit. I want to do that. I want to sound like Phil Bozeman. And then like in the beginning, I kind of like beginning stages of like bands and stuff, I always tried to do more of like that kind of technique and just kind of just be like the low guy and like do that kind of stuff. And then I don't know, we kind of changed as a band. We got a little faster with our riffs. We got a little more, mature in our way, and I think it just fits better. I don't know. I never really set out to, after all of that, after I decided I'm going to find my own way, I never wanted to sound like I just wanted it to take off, and that's it.
Well, I mean, that's really awesome, because I also remember those deathcore, watching Suicide Silence was my deathcore, fucking Mitch is the greatest in my mind. But was there any kind of resources that you had to learn the technique, or was it just trying it until it didn't hurt? Or
that's exactly it. I didn't really honestly, even to this day, someone will ask me, well, do you do false chord or do you fry? Honestly, I don't know what either of those mean.
That's awesome.
I have no idea. I just kept doing it until I found how it was comfortable and it didn't hurt. And then I was okay, well, how can I change things and manipulate different sounds? And that's it. It's all just been trial and error.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't realize, I don't think that extreme vocals are only 40 years old at most, maybe, where there people were screaming in songs. And so even things like deathcore and extreme metal and death metal vocals, we're just now getting vocalists that are in their 50s. And seeing what the longevity of doing that is, how doing it correctly is, as opposed to doing it wrong, is affecting people's vocals as they grow. So that's what you're saying. There were no resources probably when you couldn't YouTube how to scream so-and-so person.
I didn't even know if there was those resources, because I didn't think that's how I thought everybody did it. I thought everyone just kind of figured it out. And then come to find out, I was just probably doing it wrong for a long time. I don't know if I might still be doing it wrong. I don't know.
I mean, I think the rule of thumb is, as long as you're not hurting, as long as it doesn't hurt and you're not coughing up blood, then you're fine.
Definitely not doing that. So perfect. Good to know.
Nice. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up all around.
Well, like I said, man, I love listening to the Falsifier stuff because, like you said, hear the deathcore influence in it, but there's also a lot of those kind of hardcore D-beat and then two-steppy elements as well. So me being even more from the hardcore side, I love listening to you guys because it branches over a lot of that scene deathcore stuff and makes it a bit more mature, as you were saying. I love that.
From the beginning of the band, we just never really wanted to be tied to a genre. We kind of just, all of us really like heavy music. Well, we like music. I mean, most of us listen to indie and country and a million other different things. I don't think there's any genres that within our group that are passe at all. Right. So we just like music and we want to make heavy music. And if you tie that to a genre, then you're pigeonholed to sound like certain things. We're make heavy tunes. That's it. Yeah. That's always all we've ever wanted to do.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that. Even talking with Tyler, a few weeks ago, and him being get rid of genres. Genres are stupid.
Yeah, I agree with him.
It's perfect. Yeah. So
Tyler's the man. I love that dude so much.
Yeah, he really is. He's a great dude. And then I love what he was saying. Genres and elitism they kind of go hand in hand. Without genres, elitism can't really find its place. So just get rid of both. Just like music.
Yeah, exactly. Just like music.
Just mosh.
It's the best way to put it. Yeah. Go to a country show and mosh, dude.
Yeah, spin kick an old man in the head.
Yeah, you probably deserved it.
No, don't do that. Don't crowd kill at the country show.
No, don't do that. I don't endorse
that. Well, Misery and Death, you guys released in 2020. That's the most recent release, right?
That is the most recent one, yeah.
Which is a split with Victims. Victims also fucking sick band.
Yes.
I'm trying to have Mayor on the podcast. So
hell yeah.
Mayor, if you listen to this, I still would like to talk to you.
Come on the podcast. Come on now.
Yeah, it's a fucking great split. It's heavy as shit because, like I said, you and Victim's doing it. And the artwork is one of my favorite artworks I've ever seen. It's a fucking bald eagle fighting a beaver.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Perfect.
So we actually did 3 variants of it when we released it. We came up with this really fun concept because like no bands at that point were really doing splits a lot anymore, and especially in our genres. Like if we're gonna do it, we're really, really good friends with Victims. So we were like, if we're gonna do this, let's have the most fun with it as we possibly can. So the artworks are there's the main artwork that's the beaver and the eagle fighting each other, and then there were 2 separate variants off that where the eagle was winning the fight and then the beaver was winning the fight. Mm-hmm. So trying to pit like Canada versus US kind of thing.
Yeah. And so people like me, we don't know where we stand because do we want the American side to win? Do we want the Canadian side to win? I don't know.
Do either really win?
No. We all lose.
We all lose.
All that to say, amazing split. I love hearing it. Love the kind of the contrast in sound, but it's fucking heavy. I love it.
I appreciate it, man.
You guys have a North American tour coming up with
I sure do.
The Boys, Born Anew, as well as Salt Wound, and Purity is joining for the States, right?
Yep, they're on a few shows in the States, and then Cell as well is on a few shows in the States.
Right. So really looking forward to you guys being in Montreal, like in a week and a half, I think.
I think less than that, honestly.
It's like coming up. It is a week from tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Holy shit. It's coming up so fast.
So this episode will be out. Y'all would have already been here.
Oh, no shit.
But yeah, I'm super stoked. I can't wait to see you and Tyler, of course. And it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, man. It should be a blast. I love Montreal. It's probably one of my favorite cities, like in North America.
Which the venue y'all are playing at, Piranha Bar, is sick. Like the sound
I love that spot.
It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's very unassuming. Like it doesn't look like it's nearly as sick as it actually is.
No, from the outside, it looks terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to put that nicely, but yeah.
Well, I'm saying this like I definitely like Piranha Bar's top 3, one of my favorite top 3 venues in Montreal. And from the outside, it looks like it's scary. But yeah, super stoked to see it. I'm going to have to be careful and maybe not mosh too hard because it's a Monday, but we'll see.
Oh, I guess it is a Monday. So once tour starts, days of the week don't matter to me anymore.
So do you guys have a, besides Bass Pro, because we covered that already, what is the tour ritual for Falsifier?
Tour ritual. Well, now that Walmarts aren't 24 hours in the States, we usually will sleep at like a Love's, like truck stops, or Buc-ee's, or lots of Wawas. Tour ritual. We sleep in the van a lot. We're like, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of a rare breed on that side. Like a lot of bands we know will go out of their way to like stay with somebody or get a hotel or get an Airbnb or any of that. We have done tours where we have not slept in a bed the entire time. We've built up our van so awesome. Like we have really comfortable bunks in there. We just cut a hole in our roof in our van and put a vent in it. It's awesome. It like actually gives, because like none of our back windows in our van open, so we just open the front windows a little bit, and then it just pulls all the air all the way through. Gives you a nice cross breeze. Gets all the butt stink out of there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty much like our only ritual is we like sleeping in our van. Plus, like, I don't know, you can't get your van stolen from you if you're sleeping in it.
That's true. They can't take your gear if you're in there.
Yeah. 5 dudes piling out is going to be a hard fight.
Yeah. 5 dudes that are like tatted up and smell.
Exactly. And smell. That's the main weapon, is the smell, for sure.
As soon as the door opens, it's like a cloud of...
Oh yeah, well they'll open the doors and go, "Oh, there's nothing we're stealing in there." Whoa.
Dead inside. It's just taped over.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great. I think the only other band I've ever heard say that they sleep in their van religiously is Entheos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which that's like their deal. Like they love their van.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, like, build up your van, make it your home, be comfortable in it. You're spending like 20 hours a day in it.
Yeah.
Make
it your mobile home.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Aiden, this has been super sick. I've loved talking to you. It's super chill, nice, relaxing afternoon discussion.
Yeah, man. Having a blast.
I have one last question for you before we go.
All right.
What's your favorite city for beans and breakdowns?
Okay, the beans side. There's a spot in Austin, Texas called Buzzmill that I love. I go there. It's very close to Come and Take It, the venue we always play out there.
Mm-hmm.
I always make a point to like try and go there. There's also a really cool taco truck on the way to it. So like walk past the taco truck, grab a really awesome coffee, and then walk past, grab my tacos, go back to the venue and just chill in the green room.
Nice.
Sick. Great day. There's also Tyler, actually Chip from Born Anew. He showed me a spot in New Jersey called Rook that's really sick. So those are probably the two that stick out the best to me. Yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
What about for breakdowns?
Breakdowns. City or state?
I mean, if it's like a state with like small, I don't know, whatever you feel it out.
I think Florida, honestly, as a whole, kind of just does it better than most places. Florida and Texas, I would say, yeah. Just all of the best heavy bands are from those two states, and I'd fight that to the death.
Truth.
Yeah.
Florida's dope. I love Florida so much for like their music scene. It's sick.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's so good. I mean, like the Northeast definitely like is a close second to those because they mosh like they actually have healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. Like I would say, like especially the tri-state, like New York, New Jersey, PA, like there are no more violent shows than in those states.
Yeah, I know Philly is notorious.
I love Philly.
Yeah,
Philly's the best.
Well, Aiden, on that note, I think we can call it a day. Thanks a lot for hanging out. I'm super stoked to see you and Tyler in Montreal next week.
Yeah, stoked to see you too, man. Thanks so much for having me.
And you guys stay safe on the road and have a great tour.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to Aiden for hanging out with me on the podcast, sharing a cup of coffee. Be sure to check out Falsifier on the road currently with Born Anew. In Salt Wound, they'll be joined by Purity and Cell for some dates in the US coming up soon. So check them out. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can also find out more information about the podcast by following us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns or on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. Until next week, be sure to stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up!